Praise the Lord, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Lesia, the Preacha-OK. This is Dr. Lesia, the Preacha's Black Men's Court. So I'm just going to be on here live for a little while. Well, no, for a while. For a while. I'm going to be on here live for a while. And I have an intro video on this channel. I have an intro video that explains why I'm even bothering doing this. And in that video, I explained that, yes, I'm old. In that intro video, I explained that, yes, I'm a woman. I explained in that video, yes, I'm Black. I explained in that video, yes, I'm ugly. I explained in that video, yes, I'm probably fat or too skinny. In that video, I explained, yes, the least desired woman on the earth. You know, I am aware of all this. I'm aware. I've hit the wall. I've been ran through, you know, you name it. You can probably stick it on me. And so traditionally, a woman like me need to just go sit down somewhere and shut her old, ugly, Black, you know, nappy-headed butt down somewhere. Just shut up and go sit down and stop embarrassing our people. Traditionally, that's the response to a woman like me. Who wants to listen to a old, ugly Black woman, you know, that's ran through, you know what I'm saying? Who want to listen to that? Who would find value in such a woman? You know? But watch my video and I explain why I believe a woman like me that can be tagged with all those labels can speak on Black men's issues, you know. I think I even said something like, I have the audacity, you know what I'm saying, to speak on a Black man? Who the hell am I? You know what I'm saying? Go watch my intro video. And it'll explain why I'm on here. Okay. So right now, I don't really have a real agenda. I think I titled this something like, let me go look. I'm going to look on my iPhone and see what I put on here. I think I put on here that, oh, here I am. There I go. Okay. Black men earn so much more. The law proves his case. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Which proves mine too, because we are one. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. The laws of the land that currently exist, that has existed for a very long time, proves that Black men, families, earned so much more. And I understand that there are going to be a lot of women who's going to say, you are a black man worshiper. Well, hell to the no, I'm not. I only worship God. I call him God. There's so many names that we use, but the creator and investor of me, that's who I worship. But for whatever reason, he created and made me in this black woman's body that was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. I'm 52 years old. Old. Old, you know what I'm saying? Black, dark skinned black. You know what I'm saying? Dark skinned black. Old and a woman. You know what I'm saying? Divorced twice. So that means I'm ran through. You know what I mean? Divorced twice, ran through. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Based on all that alone. And it ain't like I'm rich or nothing. So who the hell am I to be talking, saying anything? Well, I happen to believe that the laws of the land says it all. The laws, if you line up all the laws concerning black men, all the laws, line them all up, line them up, read each one, all the laws concerning black men. Since laws have been written, since the Constitution, laws, and I'm not, claiming to be smart. I'm not smart. These are just basic little words that we all know. And I might be using them wrong and stuff because I was born and raised in Detroit. I have a Detroit public school education. So my education is limited, even though I went to college and have a lot of degrees and shit. My education is still very limited and it's all intentional. It's all intentional, you know? So again, go look at the laws of the land pertaining to black men, pertaining to them alone. Now, of course, to me, men are men. To me, men are men. But I was born into a certain mindset of men for a reason, for a season. And we can debate about it all day long, but it's still not going to change the fact who raised me and under what circumstances they raised me. All that stuff matters. All that matters. All the influences on family life matters, especially black family life. So look at all the laws of the land since laws have been written, since the Constitution, since, local laws, especially those local ones. Local laws. Look at all the laws concerning black men. Line them all up. This is Dr. DrLesiaThePreacha's Black Men's Court. So when you're in court, you need to present your evidence. So let's look at the laws of the land for black men. Let's start looking them up. We're going to just start pulling them up, looking at them, line them all up, and see all the odds. See them stacked up against them. I just have the ability to see how the laws of the land impact people's life choices. The laws of the land impact how we socialize, how we navigate, you know, our exposures, the quality of our lives. The laws of the land are so powerful. You know, if we could just, and I know this sounds so generic, it's so generic, but just listen to it. Some of the simplest things solves the biggest problems. I have a sneeze coming, so hold on. I feel some itchy in my nose. It's the allergy season. All right, it didn't come, so thank God. All right, so yeah, so I forgot what I was saying. The laws of the land and how they're stacked up against the black man, which impacts the quality of his life. And so I recently experienced a divorce, and it's fresh. Okay. And so, but during that divorce process, which took basically 2 years of my life, but during that time, I could only imagine this is how the black man must feel. All the stuff that I'm feeling as a woman going through basically a 2-year divorce process. All I could think was, this must be how the black man feels. The process of being divorced, the process of being discarded, you know, the process of being left to fend for yourself after a long experience of dependency. Slavery is a type of dependency that no man should ever have to endure. But the solution is, and I know it sounds so generic, now I'm back to what I was trying to say. I had to go through all that to get back here. But if we could just love each other, just love each other a little more. I mean, like, not sex each other up, love. I mean, that's cool. I mean, who don't like sex? But I'm saying just love each other a little more. Then the laws of the land softens. The laws of the land melt. How you know, how you measure love, the way you measure love, one way to gauge it is to review the laws. When the laws of the land are out of whack or too much or, overwhelming or whatever, it's just a mirror of the lack of love. There's a relationship between love and law. Yeah, there's a relationship. They tend to mirror each other. They're like opposites. They oppose each other, One, I wouldn't say one wouldn't exist without the other. I don't know if I could say that. But the relationship between love and law You know, like they say, there's a thin line between love and hate, you know. So law is like a type of hate, whereas love is just love. Love stands all by itself. It's although it's all inclusive, you know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, love is one source, but love flows through many members. So love is all inclusive. So I guess it's a type of inclusion. Love is a type of inclusion, whereas law is a type of hate. Law is a type of division. Ooh, division. Boom, division. Law is a type of division, and division is a type of hate, you know. But love, inclusion, and an example of inclusion, the human body, our bodies, okay, the human body experience. On the outside of the human body, on the outside, this external part, everyone has, well, if you're born as a, you know, with no missing parts, if you're born, yeah, if you're born with no missing parts and all your parts are here, you know. And I don't even really like to use the word human. I like the word mankind. I'm not sure where human came from. I think hue just means color, color man. Hue means color, HU, and then man is man, you know. And so someone put the word hue in front of man. But I like mankind because man chooses to be kind. Mankind. And I know that some say you're not supposed to separate that word. That's just one word, mankind. Yeah, I know, I get it. Yeah, mankind is one word. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But man should be kind. Kindness starts with man. So anyway, um, so the human body, mankind, we all have heads. And our heads have eyes, nose, mouths, ears. You know, we all have a neck, you know. And so at this point, mankind, we're talking a man and a woman. A man and a woman. So whether you're a man or a woman, you have a head. Whether you're a man or a woman, you got eyes, ears, nose, mouth, neck, shoulders. You know, you have shoulders. Whether you're a man or a woman, you have a chest. But if you're a woman, you may have breast. Not all women have breast. Not all women do. I mean, you know, there are some men whose chest, you know, bear more tissue in that area than a woman. So there's a thin line between man and his woman. Very thin line. We all have stomachs, whether you're a man or a woman. We all have stomachs. We all have hips, you know. But here's another spot that makes us different. That spot between our legs makes us different. Makes us different. But then as you continue to go, we all have legs and feet. Okay. Now that's just the outside description of mankind. Okay. We're all mankind. We're all mankind. And as mankind is expressed, representing the image of God, you need both. You need both the man and his woman. You need both to display the image of God. Okay. And a lot of us is the same. I mean, between the man and the woman, a lot is the same about us, except for a few things like breast, differentiations, and then, sexual external body part stuff, you know. You know what I'm saying? And then, there's other stuff like, beards and Adam apples. I think they still call it the Adam's apple. And then, maybe like physical strength, stuff like that. There's other little fine-tuned things in there, But for the most part, we're more the same, like twins, like twins, than we are different. We have more alike than we have different. But for some reason, we like to focus on our differences. The law represents those differences. Difference, division, being divided up, the law, hate, you know. But when you focus on more of what we have alike, I think that swings more on the side of love, all inclusive, inclusion, unity, union. When you focus on the differences of the outside gender differences of man and his woman, when you focus on the differences too much, get caught up in the law too much, then you're missing out on that love on the other side of the mirror, waiting for you. You know, it's like twins that fight. Twins that fight. You know, that male and female. Now, male and female is more of an internal experience. Okay? Male and female energy. I believe on the inside, we are all that's the same. On the inside, we all carry male and female energy. And the one that dominates your energy, your male or female energy, tend to line up with that external gender assignment. Whether you have, boobies or a penis, those gender assignments kind of dictate where your male and female internal energy on the inside, the stuff that you can't see, If you notice, even our human body, we got mostly two of everything. 2 eyebrows, 2 eyes, 2 nostril holes, 2 ears, 2 arms, 2 shoulders. We're split. We have a left side of the body and a right side of the body. It's almost like, and then for most people, not everybody, but most people, your left side of the body is kind of the weaker side of your body. And for most people, but not all, but your right side of the body is like your stronger side. Because I know, I happen to be what people would say, I don't know how to say the other word the right way. So I'm just saying even-handed. I'm even-handed. I can write with both hands, But overall, I would say the right side of my body is the stronger side of my body. I think, yeah. But okay, so yeah, I would say it is. So I'm the standard person, my right side is the stronger side, So, but it's still twin mirrored. If you split me down, please don't split me. Just leave me whole. You know what I'm saying? If you split me down, I have a left side and a right side, and they mirror like twins. Our outside physical bodies is made like twins. But on the inside of us, we have what? One heart. One heart. But even our heart got like, it has like a left and right side of even of our heart. I mean, it's one heart, but it's still made, like but that one heart is connected to one mouth. All this duality up here, two eyes, two eyebrows, two ears, all this two going on. It's year 22, the year of unions. All this duality that we have going on, male, female, woman, man, left side, right side, all this duality. It's time for union now. Two. Interesting. But anyway, I get off track like that. It's a part of being old and not properly educated. You know what I'm saying? Even though I've spent some great money, you can look at my student loans on education. It's just limited. So, again, all this duality, it's time for the union. Now, the black man and the black woman have strategically, intentionally been split up for a long time. No matter how hard we try to get together, there will always be seeds planted, seeds of division planted to keep us separated. The black man and his black woman. Now, I'm not saying that a black man or a black woman can't, create nations outside of their blackness. I'm not saying that. But I'm just focusing on the black man and his black woman. That's my focus. I can't focus on, black people that, share our blackness outside of blackness. I just got to focus one way because I've done my own internal, ancestry research. And, I let my ancestors and I let the Spirit of the Lord show me what's in me. And the majority of my blood comes straight from Africa. Blood right here in America, black, American blood right here. I believe there were black people here all along. All of us were not shipped over. In my bloodline, I have blood that was shipped over here. But also in my bloodline have blood that was already here in America. And I also have what we say Native American blood too. And that's still, a type of blackness in my heart and mind. So I got all that. Now, I'm not saying that there's no white blood sprinkled, out in there. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, like, when I look at my, the strongest of my line, those are the three, African black, specifically from the Benin tribe, and then near Nigeria area, and then right here in good old America, soil and dirt, and then also the Native American. That's what my internal spirit, ancestor, and spirit team and all that has shared with me. And I plan very soon to visit Africatown, Alabama, where I believe my African bloodline built that town. So I'm going to be visiting there very soon. And I'm like, hey, if there are Black people who want to know, where have Black people built? Where have Black men, Black people built in America? Well, I'm letting you know, I believe I'm connected to the bloodline of Cudjo Lewis. Cudjo Lewis was shipped over here from Africa. He was on one of the last documented ships, slavery ships. And once the ship got here, I think the ship was called the, don't quote me on it, but the Kalida, something like that. I had to look at it to pronounce it the right way, I think. So, but anyway, that ship, after they got off and had to like hide in the swamps, the ship was burned. And just a few years ago, just maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, they had divers go down and they found like remnants of the ship. hmm So that's why I'm going there. I mean, the word Lewis is on my birth certificate. I am a Lewis. And on my birth certificate from my parents and grandparents and stuff, I can show that they were all born. I mean, three different bloodlines in my life. I can show all leading to that area. You know what I mean? So it would just make sense how, that grandma would have met that grandpa to create, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I'm just gonna go with the little research that I've done. I'm going to go down there and just ask around, see what do I need to do to prove that I'm a descendant from this community. I am like the main man that built this place, like the main man, you know what I'm saying? I'm his offspring, you know what I mean? There were many families, like at least 30 families or something like that. It's been a minute since I've read all that stuff. I'm older, so I don't remember as well. And I just read so much and do so much research all the time. I just do not hold all those finer details in my mind. So I'm going to always be misquoting stuff. And, so whenever I say something, just go research it. Put it in the comments. You were wrong about this, that, and the other. And this is true. I'm like, thank you for looking it up because, I probably read it, but just didn't. I just don't hold information in my head. And I don't have no cue cards and no team around me to help me say everything politically correct. I'm just a Black woman, old, disposed of, and just trying to make a difference where I can. What skills I still have left, I'm going to share with the world. Why not? I'm not being utilized much else. I've been ran through. I've done all the wifing, mothering for 32 years. I was a wife and mother for 32 years. So I'm wifed out, mothered out, and I still have knowledge and I still have passion and I still have, things that I can help Black families with after 32 years of married life, Black married life. I think I have something to say, no matter how raggedy and toe down and discarded I am today. No matter how fat, black, skinny, ugly, nappy headed, and all that stuff, I am, or may be, or viewed as, or whatever. It's just irrelevant. We are still the Black family out here that need help. And once the Black man, uh, realizes how the laws of the land impact his life, then maybe, you know, we can start there to create change. You know, maybe we can love all these laws away. Just love the laws away. Treat others as well as you want to be treated. Treat others as well as you want to be treated. That helps me a lot. You know, I don't treat people as bad as they are. I treat them as good as I am. Because I can't love you, treat you any better than I do myself. No black man can love anyone else any better than he loved himself. So, Cudgel Lewis, an ancestor of mine, at age like 18, 19, was captured or sold, sold and captured in Africa and brought over here in a ship. One of the last documented ships that was traveling illegally. That ship, now other ships over the many years of transporting slaves of all kinds, not just black people were slaves, other people were slaves too. But again, my focus is black people. I mean, I know there were other type of slaves out there, and I get that. Indentured slaves, and different levels and categories of it and whatnot. But I'm a black woman, and my focus is black people. And there are laws concerning black men, black people, but I'm focused on the black man because I do subscribe to leadership. We're stripped of our leaders right now. I think the only real leader out there is Farrakhan, and it's a struggle being Farrakhan right now when there's no Martin Luther King and no Malcolm X's and ain't even no Bill Cosby around. I mean, I'm just saying. The people from my day. I'm old. I'm 52. I'm an old, ugly black woman that's been ran through. So hit the wall, not want it. May as well just kill herself and trust. I've tried. I've tried to do that. But my creator investor in me said, nope, still using you, girl. And I'm like, okay, well, what you want me to do? And now here I'm on YouTube. On YouTube. Which is where I belong because I've always been on TV or, something of some sort my whole life, off and on here and there. One way or another, I've always been some type of dancer, performer, something, my whole life. So, I mean, I used to dance for Dudley Randall, a famous poet out of Detroit. I used to dance for him. Remember that he has a poem about the Birmingham, the girls in Birmingham that were, involved with the church bombing. I used to dance to that poem for Dudley Randall, traveling around Detroit. So I've had good black men in my life, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying he was a perfect man. I ain't know much about his personal life, you know what I'm saying? I was just a little girl, middle school age, middle school. And after dancing around for Dudley Randall, or during, it could have, I think it was at the same time, I was also dancing on the scene. It was how we had Soul Train, or Soul Train out in California. Where in Detroit, it was a TV show called The Scene. I was a scene dancer. I see there's a couple of people out there, Vandy, and then the last start with a Q, Sad. Okay, hi. Click like. If you come in, click like. Why not? Thank you for dropping by. So I try to catch, the names and stuff, but anyway, so, you know, watch my intro video. I have an intro video. This is just my second video, and I decided to go live with it. I was in the middle of doing laundry. You can see I have my blankets and stuff on the bed, doing laundry and stuff, you know, I'd rather be finishing up my laundry, but I really care about Black family life. And I just see where having like a family correctional tax could help. Just like we pay into like the Social Security tax. I think Black men need more options, for his money to help his family. More options, yeah. I'm not asking for a handout for Black men. He already working for it. He already working for the right to be able to maintain his family on his best and worst day, just like any other men. Any other men in this country, on their best and worst day, can still maintain their family. The Black man don't have those options, and that's because there's so many laws all across this land, written since laws have been written here, stacked up against him. I watched over the past 2 years our VP, Kamala Harris, which is a multiracial person, also along with a a multiracial man. They call themselves Black people, but they're multiracial people, multi nationalities. I don't know the word race. I'm concerned about the word race. I don't like that word when it comes to people. We're nations. We're nations. We're generations. We're not races to me. We're not about race. It's about nationalities. It's about nations, generations. That's what this is about. Forget the word race. Let that word go. Talk about generations, both in the kingdom of God, our creator and investor, and here on earth. That's what it's about. Our inside image of God matching the external image of God of us. The duality of male, female, woman, and man is what this is about, generationally. So, with that being said, we need to look at the laws of the land and see how they treat the laws. Treat people well or treat people harsh. And the law of love always treat people well. People are more balanced, can be more abundant and creative, fruitful. The laws of the land allow Black men to multiply, but the laws of the land squeeze all the fruit from Black men. The laws of the land fuck with the Black man's ability to be fruitful. The laws of the land are in favor of him multiplying, but the laws of the land are not in favor of him to be fruitful. Our creator and investor, main investor, according to the Bible, if that's what we're going by, says to be what? Fruitful and multiply. And I think the word fruit comes first. Black men are allowed to multiply in this country all day long. All day long. Multiply yourselves to death. You know what I'm saying? Multiply yourself to death. Because We're the workers. Even though other people get credit for our work, other people get credit for our work. But at the end of any damn working day, you're going to see a black man too, or 3 or 4 or 5. What labor jobs in this country do not involve a black man? Somewhere, trust. We're not all dead yet because we're out here being exploited day and night. We're exploited day and night. Even though we're told all this stuff and certain things are highlighted, I think we're still overlooking the reality. The laws of the land take all the fruit from the black man and just allow him to multiply. There's an imbalance there, an injustice there. And Dr. DrLesiaThePreacha's Black Man's Court is going to talk about it all. Talk about it all. And, I hear a lot of, well, not a lot, but there's a few people that I've been listening to on both sides. The women that appear, the black women that appear to hate black men, and then the men that appear to hate black women. I use the word appearance. I listen to both. I mean, I'm overwhelmed. I'm going to be honest, and I'm tearful. I mean, it breaks my heart listening to these people. It's like Kamala Harris and the other biracial, multiracial man. And I consider myself multiracial. I just happen to be dark skinned. See, when you're dark skinned and multiracial, you get a pass. No one talks about you. No one talks about you. But when you have light skin and you're multiracial, your ass is in the frying pan. So you have Kamala Harris with light skin, multiracial, and you have, I forget the other young man's name, forgive me, I'm so sorry. They were both talking to, I don't know what level of court, because again, I'm old and, ran through and tired and read so much and just don't hold a lot of information in my head to be able to just spit it back out so fast. And I don't have a team of people holding cue cards and, sending me little notes through electronics and things. I don't have all that. Okay, so the other young man, they were both pleading like their case, like begging the law to stop lynching them. I'm like, wait, they're multiracial. So their black side, they identify both as having some type of black in them. So their black side is pleading with their, within themselves, is pleading with their non-black sides of them, please stop killing me. You had a woman and a man, both multiracial, standing there begging for a part of them that they recognize with to stop lynching the other part of their existence. That just blows my mind on so many levels. All I could do was just look at the TV like, am I really watching this? But it's almost like that's what it takes. At that moment, The blaming game starts. Somebody has to be held accountable for a moment like that. Why not Black people? Why not somehow, a moment like this be their fault? Why not? How could anything in this country be a Black person's fault? Now I'm talking as a collective. Now, granted, yes, if a Black woman takes a gun and shoots her Black husband and he dies, yeah, that's her individual, situation that must be looked at. And, what I'm saying? And vice versa. If a Black man take a gun and shoot his Black wife, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going to have to look at his situation and we're going to have to, make decisions accordingly. But as a collective, as a collective, as a whole in general, it is not our fault how we are living. And I see us blaming each other and begging other people to either stop hurting us or help us. Stop hurting us or help us. Or leave us alone. We have others that say, look, just leave us the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Stop hurting us. Help us. Leave us alone. Why does brown, Black skin cause so much sin? What would life be like if other people didn't have to benefit off of us? And then blame us for not doing better. And then blame us for not doing better. Creating division among us. Hatred. It's a vicious cycle. And I hear everybody, and I hear the women, and I hear the men. I hear both. I do. I get it. I get it. I really do get it. From both sides, I understand what they're saying. I don't necessarily agree with everything that they're saying, no. But I'm hearing them. I see what they're pointing at. You know what I mean? I see what they're pointing at, and I'm like, wow. I may not totally understand or totally get it, all of it, you know what I mean? Or, even I can understand something and still disagree. Just because you agree with something don't even mean you understand. You know, two different things going on there. Agreeing and understanding. Two different things. So I'm listening to the men and I'm listening to the women. And I'm just like, all I can do is look at the words love and law and look at what I can salvage from my past, present, and future. What can I gain from my past, present, and future? What can I gain? What can I salvage, save, and recreate? What can I create? What can I do with what I got in my hands? What can I do with what I have in my hands? What I have in my mind? What I have in my heart? While I still have breath, while I'm still alive, what can I use to make things better for our people? What can I use? What can I do? What can I say? Where can I go to make things better? So I'm inviting other Black people to a town that was built by Black people. People that were fresh out of slavery. I mean, fresh out of slavery. They got together, worked pretty much for the same slaver, but they were getting paid now. You know, just because your slaver come out and say, "Hey, you're free." Well, if you depend on that person, where you gonna go? You were brought over here on a ship. You don't even talk the same language. You don't even speak the same language. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandpa, when he was brought here, he ended up marrying I think she was 12. Mm, yeah, Redoshi was 12. She was already here. So he was coupled up with her, and she spoke, whatever she was allowed to speak as a slave, and but he was from a whole different country, you know. But they were put together as a couple, you know. She was born here, and he was born from somewhere else, and were put together. So a Black American with an African, a slave, were put together. I'm a product of that. And so they became free together. They were slaves for 5 years together, and then in 1860 they were let go. But they had to stay there and just work, and make some money. But they all got together and put their money together and bought some land and created Africatown, Alabama. And I am about to go. I just found out about it 2 years ago. 2 years ago, and I talked about it right here on YouTube. Well, I have another channel where I do divination, spiritual work, but this is a different focus here on this channel. So I just found out about that, and now I'm planning very soon to go visit Africatown, Alabama, where the hands of a mixture of slaves that were born here in America and slaves that came off the boat from Africa, one of the last slave ships. So I'm going to go visit there. They're my ancestors. They built that town. So the next time a Black person asks you, well, whether a man or a woman, it don't matter, where is something a Black man has built? Well, Africatown, Alabama was built by the hands of Black men and women, Black people, a mixture of African slaves born in Africa and a mixture of American Black slaves that were here already. Africatown, Alabama. I will be visiting home soon. I've never been there, but I consider it home. It's a place that was built by Black people. We talk a lot about Black Wall Street and how it was destroyed, but that wasn't the only place built by Black people. No, there's lots of, I'm not going to say lots of places, but there are places. They're just not popular or famous or, talked about. People want them actually to just disappear from history. Well, Africatown is still, it's struggling, barely there. I think it's less than 2,000 people that live there. Well, I'm about to try to go up in there and bust it wide back open. I'm going to try. And I'm saying, if somebody else feel lost on this land, like, I just want to go where Black people have built, consider Africatown, Alabama. That's what I'm doing. I'm just a YouTuber who, been ran through the system. The world doesn't find use in me anymore. I'm not useful. I'm too old, too black. I'm a woman, ugly, poor. You know what I mean? All those heavy hitters says, girl, you need to just lay down and die. You know what I'm saying? Well, the creator investor inside of me says, girl, honey, you just got started. You just get started with your old boy. Don't you remember Sarah? She was 90. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 90. you know. And then I also want to mention, speaking of Sarah, there was a time when Sarah and Abraham had to separate. He had to tell Sarah, tell them, the king, that you are my sister. He had to prepare his wife to be taken over by another man. Think about that. Sarah had a journey to the king. Okay? She had to be prepared for anything. And her husband knew it. But Abraham still had to hold down the tribe. He had Hagar, yeah. But this wasn't about Hagar, his other wife. And he had concubines or slaves too. Abraham did. But there was a point in their marriage, even as old as they were, his wife still had something inside of her where she could go up to a king and he could consider her worthy, valuable on some level. But she returned to her husband. She returned to her husband. You know, he received her back. He was glad to have her. She came back with the bag. I mean, I'm just saying, she did her job. She went, got the money. That's why, they were traveling, they were broke, they were hungry, just like when we were released out of slavery. Where were we going to go? If the white man, and in some cases, black men, Indian men, white men were not the only slave owners. Yeah, I'm just saying. That's why I just used the word slavers. So when the slavers freed black people, slaves, either they allowed them to continue to work for pay or they just kicked them out. Kicked them out. Well, if you ain't never lived nowhere else but being tossed around from plantation to plantation, then where are you supposed to go? Where? Look at the laws of the land, and you will see that black men, black families, we deserve so much more. We need to stop separating ourselves. The black man and the black woman is an image of God too. That male, that female, that woman, that man, that combination is an image of God, just like the other nations and tribes, unities are too. There were 12 tribes of Israel, if this helps anybody. There were 12 tribes of Israel. Each tribe represented a body part. Remember the concubine girl who was dismembered by her husband? He was a priest. He dismembered her and sent a body part and bones and whatever to different tribes. And each tribe is assigned a body part. Each of the nations on this earth is responsible for something. Our nation has been exploited. And now it's time for unity. The laws of the land must free us. We're not as free as we think. Just because we can wear what we want to wear and, go on some vacations, buy a couple of fancy houses and cars, don't mean we free. It just means the plantation has better amenities. We still don't own enough. We don't have enough hospitals of our own. We don't have enough schools of our own. We don't have enough trading power worldwide. Buying and trading power. We don't have the same buying and trading power. As everyone else. We have to, quote unquote, leave our community to be even considered smart or improved or developed or anything good. We have to leave ourselves to be considered good. Huh? How does that work for anybody else, any other nation, any other body part? When the head, when the eye is down in your foot, eyes don't belong on the foot. Eyes belong on the head. Toes don't belong on your shoulders. Toes belong on the foot. Don't put a kneecap on your back. Nations need to function within their body part. Tribes, nations, function in your body part. Stay in your lane without causing harm to other nations, without stealing, killing, and destroying other people. Stop doing it. When we learn to function as one, then we'll stop dividing ourselves up for profit. The more laws, the more division, somebody profit, and it's not Black men, and it's not Black families. This one nation of Blackness, and I'm not a Black worshiper. I worship my creator and investor. But my creator investor birthed me into this nation. This nation. This is my nation. My creator maker birthed me into this. And I have a job to do. Many members in one body. Many members. Keep your teeth in your mouth. Don't put your teeth, on your hands. Don't wear your teeth in your hands. Keep them in your mouth. There's nothing wrong with your own or being where you belong. And if you don't like it there, change it. Create the change you want to see. Don't run away. Don't run away. And that's why I'm here. I may come off all kind of ways. People will, take the message and use it how they want. I get it, But all I can do is speak, and those who get it, and The majority won't. I understand that. The majority won't get it, but those chosen few will. And that alone will make it worth it for me. The chosen few. Since I'm already old, ran through, a woman, black, ugly, all that stuff. Anyway, what I got to lose? By helping a few people if I can. I'm just saying, why not? So I'm making my own tarot cards. I'm writing a book. I'm bouncing back. I'm going to enjoy my life. And I'm going to share what I've learned on my journey. As an old ran through black woman. I'm just saying. I mean, I still have breath in my life. So, I'm going to use it, whether people like it or not. I'm going to share my 32-year experience as a wife and mother, as a black family. I'm going to share it. Why not? It may help some of the younger people who just didn't have any real guidance or training, who don't understand laws of the land. And I'm not saying I understand. I don't understand why it was ever legal to lynch people in the first place. Why would I even want to understand that? I'm just saying, who the hell want to understand that? But it was a law. I don't even know if it's gone all the way yet. I just heard the other day, maybe I saw something about it the other day. I don't even know if it's gone. But read it. Look up all the other laws. It was some crazy laws out there. And people wonder why black men are so messed up. Huh? Wouldn't you be? Wouldn't you be? Wouldn't you be? And it's not about making excuses. No. It's just looking at the facts. And the facts are the laws of the land. Pull them out. Let's defend ourselves with the law. Use the law against it. Like I was saying, instead of running from the law all the damn time as black people, let's run right back into that bitch. Run right back into the law. It's the law the problem. It ain't our ability to love. Our ability to love is not the problem. It's the laws that are stacked up against us, creating division. I was very, very frustrated for 2 years of my life while I was being dumped. And my hands were tied. Divorce laws had my finances, had my life tied up for 2 years. That process allowed me to just get a taste of what the black man experience could possibly be. I was a stay-at-home wife and mom, and it took 2 years. But during the 2-year process, I had no financial freedom, no decision-making power, my hands and everything was just tied. I was stuck. But that was just a small, temporary experience, taste of what my entire nation, the whole black experience has been. Our hands have been tied. We've been caught up in the law, caught up in the system, being tossed to and fro. Who can get a sure footing with this type of climate? The conditions. We don't have not one leader. Not, like I said, I think Farrakhan is like the only black man out there left that's really trying to offer something really. I mean, maybe some others, and I'm not trying to discount nobody else. I'm not. But I'm old school. I'm old, so I'm going to give Farrakhan some props because I'm old. You know what I mean? But y'all younger people probably. I just don't want to put other names out there. I'm just gonna just keep it simple and just you know. But from the old days, Farrakhan was left, and there's a few men out there now that's trying to do a little something, and I see them. I see them. I watch, I listen, I see the effort, but it might just take a old raggedy, rundown thing like me with a lot of insight and experience and I just like I have a almost a direct relationship with God, and everybody does, of course, but whatever relationship I have with Him, it's empowering me to come forward. It's giving me the confidence at the risk of looking like a complete damn fool. I'm not, you know what? Any and everything somebody dig up on me, I already know. You ain't gotta dig up nothing on me. I ain't scared of no scandals and all that stuff. I don't care. Yeah, I'm letting everybody know right now. I have a horrible past 10 years of my life. Horrible 10 years. Did some everything. Trying to hold on to stuff that was meant to let go. And I just have compassion for us. There's no way to put it. I have compassion for us, for the Black man and the Black family. I have compassion. And I believe in leadership and I believe in, mutual submission. Black men submit to Black women differently than Black women submit to Black men. But submission is required on both ends, even if one is the leader. I believe in leadership. I believe in submitting. I believe in love. I believe in balance. I believe in duality. You know, I believe in the image of God. And it takes, male, female, woman, man to display that image. Is it limited to that? I don't think it's limited to that. No, it's not limited to that. But at least that. You know what I'm saying? At least that much. At least that much. In order for the generations to continue. Because even the word generation has the word nation in it. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is a generational thing. Get with your tribe, get with your people, whoever they are, your bloodline, your spiritual line. You know, make it work. Work through the differences. This is the time for love. The only way to unite is to do it out of love, compassion, listening, and understanding, even when you don't agree. You don't have to agree with each other to obey your Creator, the one that invests in you, inside, first, and out. So I just wanted to go live for a little bit, guys. Um, I'm gonna keep coming on and just talking, you know. And what I'm gonna do actually is listen to my intro video, which is the only other video on this channel that I've made so far. And then I included my sermons, because I do a little preaching from a little pulpit. So I do a little preaching, I do Bible study teaching. I do divination work. Yeah, I'm a tarot card reader. Uh-huh. Like I said, I already told y'all I'm out there. I'm a known nudist. So yeah, I got nude pictures all out on the internet and stuff. Not just everywhere, you know what I mean? Like, select groups of places and, select groups. But I'm sure, those hoes ain't loyal. You know what I'm saying? So I already know. My family already know what I'm into. You know, people know I like to smoke weed. It is what it is. I ain't coming on here trying to act like I'm holy. Not self, not self holy. See, people confuse self-righteousness with godliness. Godliness is so different. You know what I mean? You know, self-righteousness is all that, sitting a certain way, acting a certain way, and, following all these rules. Again, laws. Laws are so restricting. People can have boundaries without having a bunch of laws. Communities can set their own boundaries. And I know I'm oversimplifying things, yes, but that's what it's going to take. you know, Spend some time volunteering at your kids' school sometimes and see how teachers and kids interact. You know, once we become adults, we just stay in that adult world so hard. I think more men need to, you know, volunteer in their kids' classrooms. If you have children, there's so many things we can do to have more compassion for one another. But the laws of the land and the expectations in the workplace, which are enforced and influenced by the laws of the land, you know, put men. So when I say black men, really what I'm talking about apply to all men to a degree, but the black man experience is still just different. It's just different. Although all men may experience similar stuff, and all men may have similar complaints about their women, but at the end of the day, I still say the black man experience is different and he deserves so much more. We got shortchanged. We got shortchanged. In this whole slavery business, because slavery was a business, a financial business, very profitable, you know, we got shortchanged. And I ain't even talking about reparations and all that. I would love to have reparations. I ain't against no reparations, okay? Whatever they want to give me, I'm gonna take it. I'm one of those, yes. I have a PhD, all but dissertation. And still, if the government hand me out something, I'm taking it. Yes, I am. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? I deserve so much more. I deserve so much more. If he would just get out the way, it would be fine. The laws of the land. I would prefer. I don't need laws. I don't. I don't need laws. I don't. We should have the option. Why not have an option to live outside the law? People who exercise their rights outside the law, just natural law, are considered bums and uh, lazy and stuff like that. That's because it profits nobody. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you profit in somebody, you working for somebody, and you profit in somebody, yeah, you're a wonderful person. Thank you for making me rich. Yes. You're so good. Never mind that bum over there that don't work. That's a bum that doesn't work. If I could own my house, own my land without working for somebody else, do you think I would be working for somebody else if I could have my own without work? If I could just work for me, work for me. If I could just work for me and maintain mine without having to work for somebody else just to get money that they can steal back from me, why would I need to work? Just let me have what's mine. Let me have my birthright to exist in this world without having to owe somebody. Owe no man. I don't want to owe no man. But you're telling me just to be alive, I have to owe somebody. Just to be alive, I got to owe somebody just to be alive. Unless I'm working and profiting somebody else, I am no value. Anyway, like I said, I believe without being I'm not a black man worshiper. I'm not a black person worshiper, but I am committed to my responsibilities, purpose for my tribe, my nation. And I believe I've served. I believe I've served well. I believe the process, put me in some compromising positions, and I'm still here. The system made a mistake by allowing me to slip through the cracks. A system that was designed to steal me, destroy me, kill me, you know what I'm saying? Let me slip through the damn cracks. So I'm here, and I'm going to speak from my heart, from my experience, and from my Holy Spirit that comes from my creator and investor. And even when I wanted to just give up and say, forget this, I'm out of here. And I tried so many times to just say, look, this world is just so messed up, I'm out. And people be mad at people for giving up, so to speak. But even God gave up. That's what the whole flood of Noah was about. God was like, y'all motherfuckers make me sick on this earth. I regret making y'all. I repent making y'all. Y'all make me so mad. He just drowned us all, killed us, took us out, except for a few. That's what the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? So why are people so upset when people get upset? When God get upset, he kill motherfuckers like flies. Anyway, I don't know why I said all that. But at the end of the day, Black people have the right to be pissed off in this country. We have the right to be pissed off enough to create the change that we need. And I believe that we are at that time where things are turning around. We are being activated, motivated, activated. That's a very good word. We're being activated to change this shit around. I think we're starting to leave the blaming stage, and I think we're going to go into full-blown, let's make some shit happen stage. Let's run right into the law. Let's stop running. Let's stop running. And I know I got on mismatched earrings. And that's because I have on a headband that matched this earring, and I have a shirt that matches this earring. So I say, let me just wear one on each side. So it's intentional. But yeah, so let's stop running from the damn law. Take the same damn law that they using against us. Let's take the same damn law and use it against them. Use it against them. Run right back into the law. Let's come up with some new ones. Let's line up all these laws and see which ones are still active, which ones were later on, taken off or, changed or whatever. What are we really dealing with? These laws are messing with our ability to love. There was a time if a woman was caught cheating on her husband, she could be stoned to death. Now, people would say, well, it's not like that now. Stones don't have to be rocks. Stones could be laws. The law is the problem. It don't show enough love, especially for Black families. And the leaders of Black families are the Black men. And until that change, that's what we got. And I don't want it to change personally. But, hey, everybody has the right to fight for what they want, to live the way they want to live. And so I'm here to say, hey, Dr. Lesia the Preacha, Black Man's Court, we want justice for our men and we want justice for our family. And we're willing to go to court about it. We want to look at these laws and see what's still on the books and how they still impact us today. How they still, instead of us blaming each other, let's go to where the problem started. And we're going to say, well, that's what the Democrats were for. That's what the Republicans for. It's not working. It's not working. We got to come up with something else. Something else. Just like, I know people hate his name, Trump. Just like Trump rising up, doing something else. Whether right or wrong, he doing something else. You know what I'm saying? Giving people another option. What was I'm not, his last name is West, but I can't get his K West, married to the Kardashian people and all that. Canaan West, the West guy. Right or wrong, whether he's a good image of a Black man or not is irrelevant. He doing something else. Enough of us need to do something else. More of us need to come up. We need to brainstorm. Keep coming up with ideas. Keep coming up with them. Like I said, run right into the law. Stop running and run right into it. What do we have to lose? What do we have to lose? We're already losing our lives, losing our minds, losing our money, our homes, families, respect, images. We've lost everything. If we ever even had it. I don't even think we ever had it. Same plantation with different amenities, modern amenities. Soon as they allow us to think we getting ahead and doing a little something, it's taken away. It happens over and over and over. We put too much emphasis on the outside of ourselves. And we don't stay committed to it because we don't realize what we're made of on the inside. We don't know how much our Creator invests on our inside, and it is mirrored and reflected on the outside. you know. And we don't understand how the image of God influences, well, the image of God through that male and female energy. We don't understand how it influences the laws of the land. You know. So again, this is all, you know, there's nothing new under the sun, but I'm just pulling together the pieces of the puzzle on my end, or part of the body that I function out of. And I was born during the month of August. I'm a Leo. So Leos tend to be associated with the heart and spine. All about that love and all about standing upright, love and righteousness. Yeah. So find more out about yourself. What nation are you truly from? You know, get in your lane, make something happen. You know, find out the laws that govern your social life, your ability to work, your ability to make certain decisions. You know, why does it seems like it's always a cycle of, you know, you're benefiting someone else and you're easily disposed of? You've given someone all your time, effort, energy, strength, and you keep coming up with the short end of the stick. Why does this happen? And why does it happen to so many people like me? You know, it's time to ask more questions. It's time for us to talk more. You know, we live in a world of just shut up, shut up. If you don't know what you're talking about, shut up. Well, who know what they're talking about? You know, where, where do we get our education from? Where do we get our knowledge from? A lot of the same sources. And those same sources put out conflicting information, a part of the process, the cycle, to keep us divided in a climate of hate. At some point, love is going to have to penetrate to unite. And this is that time. I'm just saying, this is that time. This is the time the wheat is being separated from the tares. It's going to be obvious, you know, who's, you know, who's serious and who's not. What's really going on behind the scenes, you know? And another thing, I follow, I will put a name out there. I follow, I just think it's interesting that Bill Gates is divorced. He's divorced and buying up a lot of land. Divorced and buying a lot of land. Still maintaining a working relationship with the ex. Just interesting to me. The timing, you know? And that she ended up on, I think she recently was on Gail's show or something. I just think that's so interesting to me. You know, I don't know why, but it just fascinates me. And, you know, just interesting. All right, guys. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get off of this live. I'm very hungry. And, you know, I don't know where all this is going to lead to ultimately, but I'm out here. You know, just another voice out here on YouTube. Um, let's see where this goes. Thank you for the few of you who've been, you know, click that like button. If you're here, click the like button. Appreciate it. Go watch my intro video. Go over to my other YouTube channel, DrLesiaThePreacha Divination University, where I do my spiritual tarot type work. All right. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye. Oh, if you need to email me, you can reach me at DrLesiaThePreacha@gmail. If you want to pick my brain some more, you know, if you want to share something, thank you. If you've been blessed by my message, my Cash App is $ DrLesiaThePreacha. I don't monetize my videos or anything like that. I don't do those ads and all that stuff. I just really don't want to get caught up in all that. I don't want to. Now, at some point, I just may have to go that way or whatever. I'll cross the bridge when I get there. But for right now, I just ask for donations. On my other channel, I have almost 600 videos over there. Almost 600 videos. So this is just video number 2 over here. So, all right, guys. Thank you. Bye.